So we have compiled our top 7 tips for buying a boat at the Southampton Boat Show. So tip number 1 is don't be afraid to tell us if you're buying or browsing. I know it's blunt, but if you want to get the best service and you are genuinely interested in buying a boat, then say to us, I'm interested in buying a boat. And then we can give you the information you need to make a decision. Also, conversely, if you're just looking, just say to us, I'm just looking, and we'll get you on the boat and leave you alone. Okay, so tip number 2. Don't be like the dog and don't say anything. Now, this is my dog, Bud. Can you see him, Dan? You see, that's the dog. He doesn't say a lot. Don't be like him. You all right? Ask questions. And obviously, one of the questions we need to know from you is what are you going to use the boat for? How many people are going to be on it? And where do you intend to go? Is the boat going to be a toy? Is it going to be a status symbol? Is it going to be a floating villa? Once you tell us all these things, we can direct you to exactly the boat of your dreams. Okay, so tip number 3 is budget, budget, budget. I don't mind if you're spending £5,000 or £5 million. I just need to know. I'm not embarrassed for you, with or without you, if you want to spend loads or very little. But boats go from the very small to the very expensive. Even Jeff Bezos has a budget. Okay, so number 4 is tell us when you're planning to buy the boat. Because you might want it for next season, you might want it straight away, or you might want it for a further time down the road. Although I will tell you, if you tell us you want it in 5 or 10 years' time, we might lose interest. Number 5 is let's have some fun. Buying a boat is supposed to be a pleasure. So let's not get too technical, because you'll embarrass us. And let's just make the whole boat buying process really, really interesting. And even if you do get bored of some of the things I've got to say, we can crack open the bubbles and then we can get on it. Tip number 6 is try and come to the boat show on weekdays. So the Southampton Boat Show runs over 2 weekends from actually Friday the 13th to Sunday the 22nd. But if you think the weather's nice for a stroll around the boat show, everyone else thinks the same. So if it's a little bit drizzly and a little bit windy, then come on those days, because we can spend much more time with you if you've got your umbrella, because there's less people for us to talk to. Simples. And point number 7, and my top tip, is if you were lucky enough to get some of these socks, our special get the fenders in socks through the post, then wear them to the stand, the Fairline stand. I'll be on the Fairline stand with John and Charles, and my brothers are even going to make a visit. And I think even you are, Dan, aren't you? Dan's going to be on the Fairline stand at weekends, as will Darren. But if you wear these socks, come and find one of us and we'll pour you 2 gin and tonics. Now, if you haven't got a pair of these socks, then please comment below and we'll get back to you and we'll send the first 20 people a free pair of socks. They do call me Generous James, so see you at the show.